Hey Tugboats, it's Shiipty and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new. Today I am just giving you guys a walkthrough and also showing you why things have been moving so slow with Soul Food Legacy. So I know with our first gen Simone, things have felt pretty rushed and fast-paced, and honestly I feel like that is mainly because we are starting that legacy specifically in the adult stage. It is also a lot harder. The creator of this challenge, Junie, actually mentioned that Gen 1 can be pretty difficult, and so there's just been a lot of grinding off screen. There's been, like I said, a faster pace given the age of the sim, but with our second gen I really want to slow things down, make experiences with you guys, and really like stretch this out as much as I can. And so with that, I've taken a lot of time to build up the world, the characters around us, and so forth. So since college can be quite a big experience for those who attend, I wanted to really immerse myself in Kenny's world and set things up to the way that I would, benefit from them. And so I have completely redone the dorm in Brightchester. I did download Isaac's dorm, and I feel like it's very important for us to visit here because this is kind of where I got the inspiration to redo Brightchester. And for those of you who have not been watching the series, I have mentioned that in my personal opinion, I feel like Foxbury and Brightchester would be far away from each other, like hours away, because if my sim walked from here all the way to over here, it would probably take her maybe 5 hours, if not more. So I like to pretend that distance is there, and also for our story. And so I want to hop right in and show you guys Isaac's dorm. Isaac's dorm was created by one of my favorite builders in the Sims community. I absolutely love Ellie's builds. If you guys have not checked out any of Ellie's builds, I will have her channel linked down below in the description for you all. But this is what the dorm looks like. I love how realistic it feels. I also love how it's just a basic dorm. Ellie did a full speed build on her channel with this, so if you guys want to check that out, definitely head on over and look at it. It was really fun to watch. There is like the shower room, the bathroom. I cannot wait to hop between Isaac and Kenny and just experience these different college stories. So this one here will be Isaac's dorm. It was perfect for him because it already had everything up that I envisioned Isaac having in college. And so we have like the football posters here, his favorite movies. We have a football helmet over here. There's some trophies. There's also like an athletic bag, a duffel bag, backpack, more football stuff, and just, I don't know, I felt like this one was very good for Isaac, and so I went ahead and claimed this. I did delete a few items and like change the colors on some things, but other than that, this is all the original creator's build layout. And over here, I cannot wait to create Isaac's dorm mate. We probably will just be like showing Isaac's stuff off cam, or on stream, or even when I go and have like behind the scenes videos for my Patreon. It will be free. All you have to do is join as a free member and you guys can check out those videos. But yeah, those would just be like more so yappy videos. But yeah, I will be hopefully sharing Isaac's college experience there, so you guys can check that out. But it was very important for me to show you guys this because again, I was inspired by certain things from this build. And if you want to see the full build and all, definitely go check out Ellie's channel. And now we're gonna hop over to Brightchester. We are now here officially in Brightchester, and I'm so excited to share this with you guys because I had a little bit of a proud moment. I did, but I do need help, however, with the roof. So I'm going to show you guys in comparison. Over here, this building has like a flat top roof, and then it has like the sides that go up at an angle. I could not replicate that. Again, I am not a builder, so if you have any tips and you know how to do that, please tell me, because this is my roof situation. Like, don't look at her. We're not talking about her. She's not in the room. She's not relevant. We're not discussing her. But I do want to figure out the roof situation before I move it over here, because I want these buildings to mirror one another. And again, it's not as exciting and grand as these other buildings here because they're very like, I don't know, it gives like castle energy. I feel like Brightchester gives like almost like that whole Princeton vibe. I don't know if you guys ever watched like A Cinderella Story, but when Hilary Duff was going away to college, she was like, I'm going to Princeton where the princes and the princesses go. This is that. I just feel like we all like our princes and princesses here. I don't know. It's just very grand, and I want mine to look grand as well, but also not so grand. Like, I don't want it to be like a castle. But I just want it to look like, you know, the other buildings that are here. But anyway, I'm yapping again, so we're gonna go ahead and head on inside here because I want to show this to you all. I'm so proud. So the way I envision Brightchester is that originally they only let prestigious families in here, and they were kind of picky about their, I guess, their student list and who would be able to attend here. But recently they wanted to be more inclusive and also give opportunities to those in different tax brackets and financial brackets. And so they have over the years started to gradually let in more students from, again, different tax brackets, financial statuses, and also on scholarships. Originally they did not let scholarships in, you know, it was only for prestigious families and for those who had money. And like I said, now they are trying to be a little bit more inclusive, a little bit more flexible, because they've realized that they've kind of let a lot of good opportunities slip out the door with their restrictions. And so I wanted to play on that historical vibe, but also like the school is trying to update some things and make it a little bit more modern in here, especially with all their recent changes. And so when you take a look around, you're going to see that there's some like empty areas, and I do plan on filling them, but I don't want it to be so cluttered to the point where it's like chaotic. I guess I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like this school would probably keep everything pretty clean cut. I don't know if you guys think it's cluttered enough already. If you do, let me know down in the comment section, but I think I might add in just like a few more items, like little corner things or, you know, things on the wall and stuff like that. But when you come in through here, I put these mailboxes here. Hopefully they function for the students. I imagine each student would have their own designated mailbox. There's some trash chutes here. Coming in through this door here, this is the debate area. This is where Kenny is going to be spending some of her time, and she's going to kind of meet some new friends through this activity as well. Kenny's mom has to have a debate skill, and so I imagine that Simone probably dipped, let's just say dipped. I imagine that Simone dipped into debate a little bit in college, and she's like, hey Kenny, you should definitely check it out. There's some really good skill assets to gain there, and I think you might enjoy it, because she's like, Kenny loves to carry on an argument. So she feels like she would do really well in debate. But over here, I created like this little studies section that students can sit at. I put some deco laptops here so that way they could just sit and interact with one another by like talking. And again, you guys saw the living room. The living room leads into the kitchen area. I really wanted a stove in here, but restrictions do not allow stoves. And so I put down a ton of appliances that I feel like they would be able to use. There's also a coffee bar because I just feel like this is a must. There's also tea, and I put a little toaster over here because I imagine you could come and like toast a bagel or anything that your heart desires. So that option is here. Coming back through here, this is where the inspiration came from the previous build I just showed you guys. So I created this co-ed shower and bathroom situation. So there are some stalls here, and then you can come this way and you can actually utilize the showers here. And then I created this little get ready station over here. So maybe like they're blow drying their hair before they walk around or go back to their dorm. Coming over here, I did imagine that this school would probably have like a janitorial situation, and so I do have a lot of things still laid out because again, I am cluttering it up and trying to put things where they belong. But this is what it looks like currently. I let the window open because, you know, fumes, you want to be able to breathe. And I would imagine that the person who probably is the janitor here, or the people who do work as janitors here, they probably live in distance of walking or biking, and so I put a little bicycle in here for them. It is deco, so they will not be trying to, you know, hop on it or anything like that. There's a telephone here and just a little bit of extra clutter stuff going on. And then heading upstairs, I'm most excited about this part because this is where the personalities creep in. And so over here we have the other study session area. There are also these little research computers here. I think that's what they're called. Let me just double check. Yeah, the research archive machines. So you can sit up here and work on these, but I still wanted the students to go to the commons if possible. And so this is just for convenience sake if you're behind on doing some research. I guess we'll start with the first room. So in this building, we have 4 students who are from prestigious families, 2 of which got these single rooms here. They are kind of first come, first serve type deal, and the parents pick them out. And so the first room here, this guy is going to pluck Kenny's nerves. His name is Connor, and he is the leader of the debate team. He has been for the last 2 years. He is older than Kenny, obviously, based on that. and his family is very much so image based. He is silver spoon kind of energy, and he can be a bit of a d-bag. But in the other room across over here is his girlfriend, who could not be any more opposite from him. She is very sweet, very welcoming. She can be a little bit to herself. I think that she can come off a little bit as a loner. Her name is Amber Woods. We did create her on stream, and I think I'm going to show you guys before we like head off of this video, so you'll get to see all of them. But Amber Woods is, like I said, from another prestigious family. I feel like she probably wants to study something else. Like, you know, she enjoys theater, she loves soccer, but her parents are like, oh, you're here for politics, so go study politics. And she's just not about that. And so I feel like she might start to discover herself here at university as well, and I'm really excited for that. Coming over into this room here, this will be Kenny's bedroom with her new bestie that she's going to be making here at university. I took a lot of things into consideration that you guys had mentioned that you took to your university experience, and so I did include that here. We have some rain boots because there was someone who told me that it used to rain all the time in college and they used to have rain boots for, you know, the occasion, and I think that's just so cute. So I have these here. We have some toilet paper, of course, because Simone is like, you cannot be lacking and slacking on the toilet paper department. We have some menstrual cycle things, water bottles. We also have some detergent here. Someone had mentioned a big comfy chair, and so I brought the beanbag from Kenny's dad's house. We have a mini fridge and her water bottle, as well as her glasses and contact lenses. Her roommate over here is also going to be a freshman. She is a little bit more on the cutesy side. I feel like she gives, I don't know how to explain it, but basically like this photo, like a sunflower field, very airy, very flowy, very free of life, very cutesy, and I don't know, I just love her energy. I feel like she's originally, you know, from Mount Como, or maybe her grandparents are from Mount Como and they moved here and she goes back and she visits every now and then. But yeah, this is her room, and I think that she and Kenny are going to hit it off pretty well. Next door to Kenny is oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this introduction. We have Specs and then we have Glitch. Pretty opposite, right? And that's kind of what I was going for these rooms, but oh my gosh. So the story here is that Glitch, he is also from a prestigious family as well as Specs, but Glitch, he doesn't really want to be here at college. You know, he would rather be at home playing his video games, but his parents were like, you gotta get out, we cannot keep you here, you gotta go do something, like just get out of the house. Because I think that they're kind of tired of the funk that wafts from his room, but now Specs has to deal with it. And so this is not like based on anyone whatsoever. This is just kind of like a random persona that I created. But Glitch is very into anime, as we can see. He has some really, really pretty statues over here. We got some chainsaw references to the anime. I've never actually watched this anime. I don't feel like I would get down with it. We have some Girl Scout cookies, because who doesn't love a Girl Scout cookie? We've got some chips, some instant noodles, some energy drinks, as well as like some headphones, controller, things like that. And so Glitch, I feel like really isn't here for the university experience. He probably stays in his room primarily, and they probably look at him as someone who never really comes out, and it's kind of how he prefers it. Most of his classes are online. He can sit right here and do them, and he doesn't really have to leave the building except for on rare occasions. And I feel like Specs is kind of like a different nerd. So we have like anime nerd over here, and then we have like Star Wars, sci-fi, and technical nerd. And so I feel like Specs can sometimes come off as a little bit snarky, but not meaning to, and kind of like a know-it-all. And so Specs is very much so the type of person who is going to correct you in a sentence, and who was going to say, oh, you know, I appreciate your thought, but actually this is what it is. And so again, he doesn't mean to come off that way, but I feel like he's a little socially awkward, and so he only expresses like things that come to the top of his mind, but again, does not mean to be offensive. And he is actually a really, really sweet guy. So I'm excited for Specs to help out everybody in the university, whether that be with unsolicited advice or, you know, just helping them out with studying and things like that. He is also going to be in the debate team. But all in all, I do feel like Specs and Glitch get along very, very well. They have fun movie nights, and I think that they're probably going to be really good friends as well. Also wanted to point out, attention to detail, that Glitch is always ordering takeout, so we will constantly see Zoomers come and drop something off. And coming into the last room, my art buffies. I'm so excited. The sim that's going to be living here, I don't know what to call her yet, like for her name, for example. So all of her names are inspired by Broadway musicals. So I was thinking either Theodosia, Evangeline, or Roxy. And if you know where any of those names are from, comment them down below. But the sim here is actually inspired by my cousin, and I was just really excited to include this because she is very into dance, theater, things like that. And so I knew exactly the kind of person that I wanted to be running around in these halls. She can be a little bit cocky sometimes, but in the best way possible. She's super friendly, loves to go out and have fun, and she truly is just a good time. But we have over here some posters, also a little poster on this side, some books, a medal over here, maybe from like, I don't know, some kind of sport. I didn't even check to see if there was like any other options. There's not. It just looks like a track medal. But we have some water bottles, clutter items, a little sticky note here, calendar, and yeah, I'm just really excited for you guys to see her because she's also going to be in debate, and that's mostly because my cousin was in debate, and I just feel like she's a force to be reckoned with. And on this side, we have literally my artist. So this sim can be seen doodling quite often. And I feel like she is going to develop a really good relationship with Kenny as well, because Kenny is going to need her in the future for some projects. So we will be staying in touch with this sim for sure. But I wanted to point out over here that I have a lot of like artsy fartsy things tailored to the sim. So we have like this big computer that has like a pencil with it, which I love. I don't believe it's functional. I think it's just like a computer. Like you can't use the pen off to the side, because I know some of y'all are like artists in real life, right? But you can't use that. There is a little sketch pad here, some markers for drawing and coloring and shading. We also have this little organizer up here, as well as these, I think it's a pear and an orange, but they're really cute. We have a painting up here, and then we also have this little cart. I think that these are trendy right now, but I've had it in my game for a while if you guys want it, because they're trendy. It's literally the Ciboulette Painter Studio trolley, so you can grab this from Ciboulette. And then of course everyone needs to stay hydrated, so we have this But First boba, and this is from the little Sensi kit. But that's pretty much all I have going on for the university students. I do plan to clutter up the patio with, you know, some yoga mats, telescopes, sitting items, and things like that. And then the hallways, I think that I might put like a rug or something through here, but for the most part I could see it staying pretty organized, pretty clean, and not too much clutter. And same thing over here, just gonna add some like patio furniture. The last thing I have for you guys is an update on Simone and her household, which I'm super excited about, because we have, oh my gosh, not whispers on the wind, that's not what we have. But we do have some, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We do have some updates on the family. So Dominic and Brooklyn have officially moved in. I'm very excited about that. I've been playing around with the furniture a little bit because you guys did say that it's okay to give the house a little bit of a facelift, and so I've been doing that very slowly. I don't think I like these couches. I love them like personally, but I don't think I like them for Simone's style, so I am planning on changing these out. I do think that I'm gonna probably either get rid of the desk or get a new desk, and then the rest of the space down here, I think I will save it for baby space opportunity and, you know, pack and plays and little toys and things like that, because we're gonna have a growing family. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna have a growing family. But we are going to head upstairs because I'm really excited to show you guys what we've been doing. And also, can we pause, because you can't really see it in this dress. This dress is not really doing justice for Simone because it keeps clipping, but look at her big old belly. I love it. She's officially in her second trimester, and I have some exciting news for you guys, so I'll be sharing that very soon. But let's go ahead and head upstairs because Kenny is going to be probably moved out by the time that we come back for the next episode. But let's go ahead and turn on all the lights, make it nice and bright in here. We have got some bassinets to choose from. I think that they're both functional. I will have to see. Oh, it doesn't look like this one is. I think that's just decor, which sucks because I really wanted to use this one. It's so cute, but I guess we'll use this one. This one's nice. But I have adjusted the room a little bit, not too much. I feel like we'll wait till, you know, we kind of get a feel for like Dominic's personality and everything, because I want this to be his home as well. Over here, Brooklyn has taken over this room. It does look like her dad got a lot of her stuff from IKEA, which I'm jealous because I can't afford IKEA. But you know, there's like a nice dresser over here. We have her little desk in this corner. We have a pop of color with this pink heart chair, which I love. She has a very cozy bed. I just see Brooklyn having like that very cozy fall vibe in her room, and so it looks like you could just cuddle under the sheets and be all warm and cozy. But Brooklyn is actually going to community college. She saw no point in her going to university. She's like, I'm really just trying to get a business degree, and so I'm staying here. And you know, she's also saving money in that way because she wants to open up her own eyelash salon boutique type of thing. And so I'm really excited for her, and she may possibly be going in business with someone else in the future, but that's all I'm gonna say. And eventually, like I said, open up her spa, or I don't even know what to call it. I'm gonna call it a spa for right now because that sounds nice. So we're gonna call it a spa. So the bathroom I haven't touched, but I'm really excited to see the change in here because again, Dominic is a handyman, so we can only imagine how beautiful this bathroom is gonna be after he gives it a little nice facelift. I'm thinking his and her sink, something nice in here. You know, I feel like this house definitely deserves the makeover in the bathroom area, and so I'm really excited to do that. And then over here, this is gonna be our baby Bean's room. I'm so excited. I did decide to go for like a little forest theme. So we have the wall over here that has like the trees and stuff, and then the rest of it is like a kind of sage or forest green. I feel like this is more sage, but this is definitely like forest green. But I love it. I think it looks so cozy. Simone was like, take out those curtains, they're old, they probably have dust all in them. My baby needs to breathe fresh air from fresh curtains and blinds, and I feel that so heavily. Now I was thinking, because you guys already suggested names, I'm gonna go back to that video and pick a name, and then we are gonna be sending out some invitations. And this is where you guys come into play because I want you all to submit some Sims for Simone's guest list. Now, I would ask if you could please submit one Sim per person, and you know, also please keep them CC free. It just makes things a lot easier for me, so keep them CC free. I will give them like a skin overlay, so don't worry, I'll give them a little facelift, but just keep them CC free if you can. And these Sims are going to be attending Simone's baby shower, and it'll be really cute if you can include inside of your Sims post. So like, say I create a new Sim, right? I have this Sim right here that I'm really excited to share with you guys. She's gonna be rags to riches. But you know, in here in your description, you can type like something about the Sim and like say, oh, she knows or he knows Simone from blank time period, or they were childhood friends, blah 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 blah. Give me a story, and then also include in here that your gift is going to be blank. So maybe you want to gift Simone a rocking chair, or you want to gift her some diapers, wipes, bassinet, or you want to give the changing table or some stuffed animals, things like that, because I'm going to be very detailed with that. And I'm very excited to see what you all bring, quote unquote, to the baby shower. And I'm really looking forward to just future events for this LP. So yeah, you guys are going to be getting, she's on the toilet right now, but you guys are going to be getting some invites from Miss Simone herself. I'm so excited. So if you do create a Sim, again, we are going to be submitting them on the gallery. The hashtag that you guys can use is GL Simone, which is just guest list Simone. And yes, I'm so excited to see your Sims. And Simone is actually getting a call from her boss, so we got to get her to work. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment down below. Thank you so much to all my Patreons over on Patreon. Thank you so much to my subscribers here on YouTube. And for those of you who are watching, thank you so much for checking out this video today. I hope that you guys consider joining our family over here. Again, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to become a tech vote. I love you guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.